Hello guys and welcome to the Plug Talk. And in today's episode we'll talk about hybrid vehicles, because hybrid vehicles are not just hybrid vehicles. There are different categories of hybrid vehicles, and you might want to know about hybrid vehicles if you want to choose the type of hybrid vehicle you're going to get, or maybe just for general knowledge. So when you go there down, you're just talking about cars, you'll have more knowledge, and that's it. So a hybrid vehicle is a vehicle that has two or more sources of power. Mainly for cars, you either have fuel cars, that's petrol and diesel, and gas cars, and you have electric vehicles. An EV is a car that uses primarily electricity, but a hybrid vehicle is a combination of those two, electric and fuel, to power the motion. And that's why you come with the types of hybrid cars. In the first category, the full hybrids, they are just called HEVs. It has an electric motor and an engine. Those are connected together, and the car will switch from either motor mode or engine mode according to the driving needs. That's a full hybrid, like the Toyota Prius. Now, in this car, you don't plug the car to recharge the batteries. The motors will charge the batteries when the car is doing regenerative braking, so it charges itself, doesn't need any type of plug-in. That's a full hybrid. And that's where we come to the plug-in hybrids. The plug-in hybrids also are just like full hybrids, but they have an external charging port. You see now, the Mitsubishi Outlander, everybody knows that PHEV, that's the most common one. You have a charging port. So now, you don't worry about range. You don't have range anxiety when you have a hybrid vehicle, which is a plug-in, because you can go anywhere and it can switch from motor mode to engine mode, or maybe engine mode to motor mode, or maybe combine them both. And it also does some regenerative braking, but it has bigger batteries which can be charged externally because it has a socket. It's just like an EV which has an engine. That's a plug-in hybrid, PHEV. And then we have the mild hybrids. As you can tell, mild is just a little assistance to the engine. So they have a small motor which assists during processes like acceleration, start-stop functions. So it's connected to the engine directly, and then they're connected to the final drive. So now when the car is under a heavier load, that motor is coming into play, boosting it actually. That's why it's a mild hybrid. It just has a small motor, and that means that the batteries are just going to be charged through regenerative braking. It doesn't need to have a external socket, and that's a mild hybrid. An example of the mild hybrid is the Nissan Qashqai and the Hyundai Tucson. Then we get to the last category, range extended electric vehicles. Obviously, that's an electric vehicle which can go for longer ranges because it has a gasoline engine which is used as a generator only. It's not connected to the wheels, it just acts the purpose of a generator. So now you don't have any range anxiety, because the main disadvantage of electric vehicles is their range. But with a range extended electric vehicle, you have a gasoline engine that's also the generator. So you can just pull up a Total, fill up, and then you proceed. The engine doesn't run the vehicle, it's just the motors. That's a very good concept, but those range extended electric vehicles are not mainly available in other markets apart from the Chinese market. And that brings us to advantages of hybrid vehicle. First of all, you're going to get 30 kilometers per liter. That's good fuel economy, so you're going to save some cheddar, because now the engine is getting some time to rest in between. The car can switch from engine mode to motor mode. That's in a parallel hybrid configuration, or it can be a series configuration whereby it's the engine that's being helped by the motor to drive the vehicle. That's in like a mild hybrid. The engine and the motor are helping each other simultaneously. They are connected, and it can be a parallel series whereby the car can switch from engine mode to motor mode, or to both assisting each other. That's parallel series configuration. The next thing, which is hypothetical, you're going to take a longer time to reach service. Say you do service at 8,000. I'm supposing you use fully synthetic oil, 10,000 kilometers with that oil, but normally you should do service at 8,000. So now, because the engine is getting some pauses in between, it's not going to run to 8,000 kilometers that fast. So you're going to save some cheddar because of the long service intervals. Last thing, they are eco-friendly because they emit less. The disadvantages, those cars are expensive to buy initially. A hybrid car, let's say a Honda Fit, a normal Honda Fit and a hybrid Honda Fit, they're not the same price. The hybrid one is more expensive because it has all these technologies, all those batteries. And then that brings us to the number 2 disadvantage, because now if the batteries or the motors go bad, then you're going to